Hi there, my name's Darren. I'm the Director of Coventry City Mission, and along with a few of my colleagues at the mission, we are doing a weekly little video for you on the theme of Lent and Easter. And we're going to put them on Facebook, and we hope that people will enjoy them and find them useful. Last week you may have seen my colleague Sarah give a demonstration on making pancakes. I'm still waiting for mine to be delivered. She made pancakes. She also talked about what Lent was about and what Shrove Tuesday was about, and I hope that was really helpful for you, and I hope you enjoyed your pancakes. We're going to move on this week, and each week we're going to have a different visual image, something that we can use as an image to think about. Last week was pancakes. This week it's bread. If you can see it, it's bread. I don't know about you, but during the lockdowns we've been enjoying at home making lots of bread. We've made different types of bread. Italian bread, we've made some white bread, we've made some hedgehog bread, not with hedgehogs, but if you snip it with some scissors and make it look like a hedgehog before you put it in the oven, it looks like good fun for the kids. So there's some ideas that you could do with some bread. But there's a passage in the Bible that relates to Jesus and Lent and the onset of Easter that talks about bread, and that's what I want to share with you today. The reason that Lent is around 40 days long, and is on a different day, starts at a different point each year depending when Easter is because it's to represent the 40 days that Jesus spent in the wilderness. Jesus went through different aspects of his life, and at one part Jesus was taken away into the wilderness, into the middle of nowhere, and was tested 3 times by the devil. And I just want to read a little bit of that to you now. This is from the Gospel. One of the friends of Jesus, a guy called Matthew, wrote down some of the things that happened that he experienced. And this is from Matthew chapter 4, starting at verse 1. And the title of it is Jesus is Tested in the Wilderness. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, there's that link to Lent, he was hungry. Understandably, he was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus answered, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." And then we see the devil go and take Jesus and tempt him 2 more times to prove who he was, to prove that he was the Son of God, as he's claimed. And what he wanted Jesus to do was to be tempted, to give in to his temptation, and to show that he wasn't the Son of God, and that he could be a failure, and he could let himself down. And so what you heard that what the devil did was give him some stones and say, "Turn it into bread. You must be hungry. It's been 40 days. If you are the Son of God, if you can do absolutely anything, if you've got the power of God in you, then take these stones and turn it into bread." And Jesus' answer was quite stark, wasn't it? It was, no one can live on bread alone, but the bread of God, the word of God, the forgiveness of God, the life you have by giving yourself to God, is what we need. And during Lent, some people give up certain things. Some churches will encourage people to give up certain types of food to represent some of the luxuries that many centuries ago people would have gone without during Lent, and that's why things were used up on Shrove Tuesday, the more luxurious foods. Others will say just try and give up one thing. It might be a food type, it might be a habit. Others may say, well, why don't you try and change something for 40 days, do something positive for 40 days. And I'm sure anybody that does that is tempted. I know a while ago, you can give up, maybe give up chocolate or Facebook or coffee or something like that, something that actually you enjoy doing, and you give it up for 40 days. And I know I've done that, and in the past I've got to day 3 and I'll get to day 4 and get to day 5, and I'm thinking, I really want some chocolate, or I really want to look on that social media site, and actually you can be tempted, and you say to yourself, actually it's only one, no one will know, but actually you'll know. And actually being tempted is normal. It's something we all go through, but actually it's how we respond is what's important. And that example of Jesus going, actually, I'd love some bread right now, but I need more than bread. I need I need feeding from God. I need feeding with more than just natural food. And later on, the devil takes Jesus to be tempted 2 more times. If you are who you say you are, do this. And Jesus said, I don't need to, because I know who I am, and I know others know who I am, and you're just trying to tempt me. And I just want to encourage you 2 things as I come to an end of this talk for this week, is maybe try and make some bread. It really isn't that difficult. If you're not confident enough to go and get all the different bits to put into a recipe, then you can buy little packs, and you don't have to have a bread maker. You can do it in the oven. And there's something about kneading the dough, and knead it with, if you're a young person, give it a good knead. If you're mum or dad, then get the kids involved. It's good fun. It's a good way to have a little bit of exercise, to get out your frustration on something. Just give that dough a bit of a knead. And then, as I say, if you shape it into a kind of hedgehoggy type shape and snip away at with some scissors on the back of it before you bake it, then it does look like a hedgehog. The little quills or spikes or spines or whatever they are on the back of a hedgehog, it'll look like that. You could send some pictures in, attach it to this Facebook post. We'd love to see your attempts at making bread. And then join us again next week. Share this if you want to on social media, but join us again next week when somebody else will take another everyday object and link it to the theme of Lent. We hope you have a great week. See you soon.